Revenge films.
I had a good time in high school. I was shy and mostly kept to myself, but I liked my teachers and my classmates. My 3 years at high school went by very quickly, and before I knew it, I was about to graduate. One of my classmates, Kevin, was the popular kid at school. He liked to tease me, but I didn't mind. "Why are you so boring? Is it fun sitting at your desk all the time with no friends to talk to? I barely noticed that you're even here. You're like the air. You're invisible." He wasn't violent, so all I had to do was ignore him. One day at school, Kevin started talking to me. "We're about to graduate. Do you want to go on a trip with me and some of my friends?" "A trip?" "Yes. Be grateful that I invited you. I'm the popular kid at school, remember?" Thanks for the invite, but to be honest, I wasn't too keen on going on a trip with Ken. He told me that everyone in our class was going, so I figured that if I stayed away from him, I'd be safe, and I didn't want to be left out either. "I'm sure that you don't want to be the only loser that misses out on this trip. I'd like to go. Thanks. I'll give you the details later then." A week later, Ken said to me, "Can you reserve rooms for 30 students at this hotel? Don't forget to do it." "This hotel?" "Yes, that's what I said. Take care of it." Okay, fine. So I reserved the hotel like Ken asked me to. I arrived to the hotel on the day of the trip, hoping that I would make one more nice memory of high school. I waited in front of the hotel for some time, but none of my classmates came. Why is everyone late? Or did I get the time wrong? I checked the details of the hotel reservation, but I didn't have the wrong time. I decided to give Ken a call to see where he was at. At first, Ken didn't pick up his phone. When he finally answered, I asked him, "No one's at the hotel. Where are you guys?" I then heard some laughter in the background. "It was a prank, you dummy! Fooled you! You should have known that the cool kids wouldn't want to hang out with a loser like you. It's hilarious that you actually showed up at the hotel. You're too funny!" I could hear Ken and his friends laughing at me, and I felt awful. "What are you guys doing?" "We're after a graduation trip. I gave you the wrong location on purpose. We didn't want you to ruin our trip with that depressing aura of yours. This trip is going to be so much fun for us. Enjoy the 30 rooms that you reserved at the hotel all to yourself." "Ken, you can't do that! Do you realize what kind of trouble you caused for the hotel?" "I'll leave you in charge of the hotel bill. Take care of it, okay?" Ken then hung up the phone on me. Did Ken trick me into thinking that I was invited to the graduation trip? I was upset about what Ken had done to me because I had actually been looking forward to this trip. Tears welled up in my eyes, but then someone came up from behind me and started talking to me. "Dave?" When I turned around, I saw my classmate Harry standing there. He was shy like me. "Harry? What are you doing here? Did Ken trick you into coming here as well?" "Yes, it seems so. We're such losers, huh? He told me to come here for the graduation trip." Then another classmate of ours arrived. "Sorry that I'm late!" It was Alan. He was a bit of a delinquent, but deep down, he wasn't a bad person. "Where is everyone? I thought that I would be one of the last to arrive." Harry then got up the courage to explain to Alan about what Ken had done to us. "Why would Ken do this to us? Does he even know who he's dealing with here? I'm gonna kill him!" "Dave, let's go apologize to the hotel about the reservation and people not showing up." "I'm coming with you guys! Ken's not going to get away with this!" "Thanks, guys. Let me try to sort this out on my own first." "I don't think you can resolve this on your own. They're gonna ask us to pay the full fee. I can't believe that Ken would do this to you knowing that! What an asshole! You're not gonna be able to pay all that money by yourself. I'm gonna go find Ken and make him take responsibility for this!" "You made the reservation on our behalf. Let us come with you to apologize to the hotel." I was stupid for believing Ken. Let me try to sort this out on my own. I'll let you know if I need your help. The truth was that I'd reserved a hotel owned by my parents. They were going to be upset, but if I told them the truth, they probably wouldn't get so mad at me I told my mother about what Ken had done to me. She was furious with Ken, but not at me. She was happy that Harry and Alan tried to help me out, and said that I had some nice friends.
Why don't you three stay at one of our hotels and enjoy yourselves? I'll ask for an upgrade. Have a nice time, Dave. I'll send a car to pick you guys up.
When we arrived to the hotel, my mother greeted the three of us. She thanked Harry and Alan for taking good care of me and showed us to our rooms. Harry and Alan were surprised to see the suite that my mother had reserved for us. Are you sure that this room is for us? This looks crazy expensive! I've never stayed in such a nice hotel room before. Isn't this too much for us? We're only in high school. My parents reserved the room for us, so you don't need to worry about the costs. I had no idea that your parents were the owners of a luxury hotel chain! Yeah, they are. Pretty cool, huh? I feel bad for staying in such a nice room. Don't feel bad. Let's enjoy ourselves. I thought that I was going to be all alone, but I'm glad that you two are here with me. My parents appreciate your support, so they want to treat us to a night in this room. We can order any type of room service as well. There's an amusement park nearby. Do you want to go check it out later? This wasn't the trip that we expected, but let's make the most of it. Sounds good, Dave. Thank your parents for us. You're right. We're graduating soon. That's a reason to celebrate! The three of us had a great time together. We took a lot of photos and ate a lot of good food. The following week, we were all back at school. Kevin came over to me with an evil smile plastered on his face. How was your graduation trip, loser? We had a great time, by the way. Do you want to see all the photos that we took? You know what? We had way more fun than you guys. You suck, by the way. Right, Dave and Harry? Yep. We showed Ken the photos of our trip as well. He seemed shocked that our trip was way more luxurious than his. How were you able to afford a suite? Didn't you have trouble paying the cancellation fees? And the food, too. It all looks really expensive. My parents organized a special trip for the three of us. Why would your parents do such a thing? The hotel I reserved for us is one of the hotels owned by my parents, and they felt bad about what you did to us. What? Is this a joke? It's not a joke. We met Dave's parents, and they were very nice to us. Ken couldn't seem to grasp the reality. Here's the cancellation fee for the remaining 27 students. My parents would like you to pay them ASAP. Why would I do that? You're the one that made the reservation! Besides, I don't have that kind of money! You knew that there would be a cancellation fee, but you went ahead and bailed on me anyway. The reservation may have been in my name, but the three of us showed up and stayed at the hotel. You and your friends were the one that canceled last minute. I don't have this much money! Clearly your family is rich, so you take care of it! Ken, do you hear yourself? You did this to us! This is all your fault! This isn't a game, Ken. You made a mistake, and you need to pay for it. Literally and figuratively. If you're not going to pay, my parents are going to get in touch with your parents. And the school, too. Hold on a second, Dave! You can't do that! Do you realize how much trouble I'd be in, right? You did this and tried to frame me for it. You need to pay the cancellation fees. It's against hotel policies if you don't. You caused my parents to lose out on other business by reserving the hotel and not showing up. If you can't deal with this on your own, my parents will speak to your parents. It's inevitable. Ken became very pale after hearing all this. This is not at all what he had expected. It turned out that Ken and a small group of friends were the only ones aware of the prank that they played on us. In the end, my parents contacted Ken's parents to sort this all out. Ken's parents were furious with their son, and his father beat him up badly. His parents told Ken that he had to get a job and earn all the money that he owed to my parents. For the time being, Ken's parents covered the cancellation fees. Ken's parents weren't very rich, so they used the money they had saved up for Ken's university tuition to pay the fees. Ken had planned to go to university, but now his parents couldn't afford to send him. It's been 5 years since I graduated from high school, and I'm still good friends with Harry and Alan. Alan's already married and has a child too. I can't believe how much we've all grown up. Harry joined my parents' company, and is working really hard. I heard that Ken was working multiple jobs at convenience stores and supermarkets, and that his parents kicked him out of the house after what he'd done to us.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.